Evening, people. Let's wait for a few more to come in as well, if there are going to be any more. Is the audio okay? Can you hear me okay, guys? Evening, Damien. How's things, mate? You remember Dan? Just wait for a few more, so mate. Like I said, that's if any more do come in. How did your daughter's karate go, mate? I used to do karate when I was a kid as well. But as I got older, I lost touch with it. So, still blanking I am, Damien, anyway, mate. 2 green, that's all I've had. It's a bloody nightmare. Oh, so she's doing well then, is she? I can't remember what belt I went up to or anything like that now. God, it's so long ago. It's good for fitness and things like that as well. So, like I said, I haven't done a live session for a long while. So I thought I'd do another one. Like I said, it's the first in a long time I've actually done it. So, but I'm not catching any fish, so I've got nothing else to do, have I? So, so I thought I'll bring my tablet now and do a live stream on there, see how it goes, innit? And this is going to be my my last session anyway before the charity match, so I can't go out next week. I'm down in Aberystwyth next week, and obviously the week after is the charity match itself. So, Damien, do you know the well, we discussed the other day with the 5 kilo of that bait. Do you mind if I use that as the prize for the biggest fish? Obviously, the accumulation of the weight will win, but the actual biggest fish then can win that as a prize. Because I've had to pay full price for the lake. I don't want to be doing too much cash prizes, otherwise it's going to obviously dwindle into the money we've raised and we fought hard for the charities. So I just wondered if you minded if I used the that bag of bait we were chatting about as a prize for the biggest fish. If you'd rather it go in the raffle, that's also fine. I can think of something else, but just wanted to run by you to see if you minded. Oh, nice one. Cheers, mate. Appreciate that. So, evening, Gareth. So, yeah, like I said, cheers, Damien. I appreciate that, mate. Like I said, because I haven't put it up on the Facebook group yet. But I'm going to do £100 for first prize, £50 for second, and 25 for the third then. So that's going to be the cash prizes. Obviously we got the raffles as well on the day to do, and also I'm waiting for Katie from the charity to email me. It's like you know where you can get like the football scratch cards where you pick a team and then you scratch it off. Something similar to that, but it's called Find a Career or something. It's a grid, on a map. I pick the square beforehand, write it down, and obviously we sell the squares to people then, and obviously it raises a bit more. So if she sends that over, I might even do that on the day as well, or on the days rather. So yeah, Gareth, I'm on the birch, mate. Blanking my arse off. 2 bream is all I've had. So I just bombed a bit more out now, and gonna sit on that now because the wind's picked up a little bit now. So I'm fishing on the island and just off the lily pads. So it's quite a bit. Well, it's a bit of a nightmare to try and get the rods out quite accurately. So I'm just gonna sit on them now, and I've just, instead of recasting, I've bombed a bit more out. I know the rigs are presented all right out there because I felt the lead down, and so yeah, I'm gonna sit on that now, see what happens, and hopefully, other than a bream, I hope to get something else on the bank. So yeah, Damien, well, I wouldn't like to say to get down there too early, to be honest. I'm gonna get down there for 11. I am, but because, like I said, it's not a lake exclusive, you know, which I'm a bit gutted about. The other anglers are coming off at 1 o'clock, and we get on at 1 o'clock basically. So it's just going to be a quick transition. But between 1 and 2, that I'm going to allow that for pre-baiting, for setting up and things, and then 2 o'clock the actual match starts. But I'll be there from 11 o'clock, so you're more than welcome to come down at that time as well. We can have a little wander about the lake, see what's what. Have a chat with Bethan and Jared in the shop as well. So like I said, I'll be there from 11. I will. So evening, Phil. How's things, mate? Yeah, mate. The birch is in Peterstone, in Newport. So literally, it's not too far from the bridge. So yeah, this I've been on here a full year now, coming up on the 1st of October. It's a stunning lake. Quite weedy. So if you're not so used to fishing weedy lakes, this might not be the one for you. But I wasn't, and I adapted to it. But yeah, this I really like it. It's quite a hard lake, but it's like anything really. Once you unlock it, it's no holds barred. Then is it? So I love it here. Like I said, I've done a couple of vlogs on my page, YouTube page as well. If you want more of an insight of it, I've tried obviously different pegs each session. So the charity match is in White Springs in Swansea, and it's on the 28th of September. So yeah, I think I started organising it back in March, April, because I went to a charity match myself in Willow Park Fishery with Darren Dixon, the obsessive carper, and because of that, I just thought, oh, fancy doing one myself, and we picked a charity, and it's for the Anthony Nolan Blood Cancer Charity. Yeah, Damien, like I said, get there for 11 there, mate. I think Nathan's coming for 11 as well. Like I said, Paul will be there. So, yeah, come down and, like I said, we can have a chat and, you know what I mean, catch up and things like that. Wander about the lake before the mad rush. Hey, how are you, Carpy Chris? Good to see you in here, mate. So Chris, I'm not sure if you've seen a little mix-up with the auctions with Darren Dixon. Initially, Nick Warner bid on the wrong one. So he bid on Darren Dixon's where he was meant to bid on my one. for the birch. So you are still winning that one, mate, at £105. But like I said, that auction is still going as well, so that will run up until the end of the match, or when the match finishes as well. So hopefully, mate, you can have that one, as long as no one outbids you, mind. Yeah, like what Gareth, exactly what Damien said, mate. The three options are the birch, Lambie Lake, and the wharf, and there's some stunners in the wharf, well, and Lambie Lake as well. But the reason I chose the birch is just you're locked away, basically. You got a key to the gate and no one else can come in other than the syndicate members. Whereas, like I said, you got the Lambie Lake then, it's a public place, and the wharf's public. But I'm not knocking the wharf or Lambie Lake. They're stunning lakes, and like I said, the wharf they got some right pearlers in there. You should have a look at their group if you're not in it already, and there's some nice stunners. Fair play. Evening, Mark. So I'm just trying to catch up on the comments a minute. There's not Damien, there's not a cafe on site, mate. But I think her name's Bethan. What she does like bacon rolls, sausage rolls in the morning. But she comes around to you then to see if you want one, and also deliver it back to you. But I believe most of the cabins down there have kettles anyway. Or if not, obviously electric to put a kettle in. Now, I'm not fishing the match, but I've got a pod behind Nick Warner. So, Christ, I'd be more than happy to make your tea and pop it over to you, mate, if you want to. I'll have to remember to take my kettle down. Cheers, Gareth, mate. Hey, Gareth, like I said, if you want to get involved, I have got a raffle running. I'm not sure if you're, like I said, I'm useless on names, so if you are, I do apologise. But if you're not in the group, the Welsh Carp Catchers group as well on Facebook, join there, and you can see then we got a raffle running. Got some fantastic prizes as well. So if you want to get involved and you're happy to buy raffle tickets, have a look at that, mate. Yeah, fair. Like I said, if you can pop down, mate, have a few hours with us. Yeah, Gareth, like I said, that's the reason I chose the birch, and again, it's just a personal preference. I fish Lambie on day sessions. Obviously, you can't fish the wharf unless you are a member, but it's just more quiet. I mean, you're left alone, and the only other people are going to come up to you are other anglers. Not people walking their dogs, which are running under your rods. And I'm a dog lover. In fact, my dog's with me now, so it's not that I don't like dogs. It's just when you pay so much money for your gear, you want to look after that then, don't you? Yeah, Damien, like I said, all of them have got great carp in their fair play, and like I said, out of the lakes in Wales, those are the top three really. I would have thought anyway. That's my opinion, and like you said earlier as well, it's just three to choose from. I mean, you've got good lakes like Hendra Lake, but I mean, if you want a decent, not saying there's not decent carp in Hendra or anything, but you got your nicer looking carps, the heavier carps, and in in the wharf, the Birch and Lambie, because I know Lambie they feed the lake up, don't they? Every now and again. And speaking to one of the bailiffs down here when I used to fish it. Roath Park, yeah. Was it you that was saying that Roath Park is it's not run by like a club or anything now? Or was that Darren Park? I can't remember what he said now. I think it was Darren Park is not run by a club or syndicate anymore, was it? But I know I can't think of the place where Nathan went the other day. I can't think what it's called now. It's like a sort of a country park, it is. Can't think where he went now. That's the thing with syndicates. It is a wait list. Like I said, when I joined last year, Margam Park, that's the one. Cheers, Damien. When I joined the Birch last year, I was lucky that that people just didn't renew at that time. So there was 1 or 2 spaces that popped up. But I think there's a wait list on the wharf, and I think there's a wait list as well on Lambie. So yeah, it's the same everywhere really. I know one of the group members has joined a syndicate up in Herefordshire as well. I think he's been waiting a long time for that as well. So what lakes do you fish then, Gareth? That's another thing as well, going back to the auctions as well, guys. Like I said, we've had a fantastic response on those as well. Like I said, Carpy Chris Dodd, he's been in the auction for 48 hours with Darren Dixon, the obsessive carper, either at Willow Park Fishery or Farlows. So he's winning that at 105, and Nick Warner is winning the auction for 48 hours with me on the Birch, and that's at £110. So I've had a brilliant response for that as well. So appreciate everyone who's got involved in that. With Roath Park, sort of free US. Right, yeah. Funny you should say that. The up in Cavartha Park, when I just fancy a quick day session, with the, when I used to go fishing a lot more with Lee, we used to go over to Cavartha Park, and we used to get there like way early, and then the shop where you get the tickets and are open then, and the only thing is then you're only there for the day, so you don't want to be particularly reeling in, leaving your gear on the bank and going up the shop to buy a ticket. So we were waiting for them to come around to take the money, and they never did half of the time. But there's a lot of carp have come out of there now in Cavartha, obviously with all the Polish going up there, but it used to be a lot better than what it was. I'll be doing the raffle more likely on the Sunday, Phil, because I know a few of the anglers want tickets on the day as well. So because I want to film it as well, see, because there are people that are not in the match that want the obviously there's boat raffles, so I'm going to be filming that as well. But I don't know whether to do it just before the match ends or as the match ends back up in the car park. I'm going to play by ear, but it's definitely going to be on the Sunday. I've seen Merrington, the lakes on there. It looks pretty good, because I've had 1 or 2 people asking if I've obviously fished outside of like sort of South Wales. I've gone North Wales, things like that. So I was having a little look about, all over really, just to see if I can have a couple of nights on different lakes for a change. But I just obviously then the Birch ticket come up, so I've put a lot of time and effort into this then. Yeah, like I said, Lambie has day tickets, um, but the Birch and the Wharf is syndicate only. But the good thing about the Birch is as well, you've got the Peterstone Lakes, which is the other side of the car park. So yeah, I mean, if you're still looking for day sessions, is the good, and those lakes up here are pretty good as well. And well, I've never fished them, but from what I've heard from the groups and things, so they're really good up there. Some nice looking carp up here as well. Yeah, I kind of gathered that now, Phil. Like I said, one of the guys come around, and he took the money off us, one of the bailiffs. But he did say you really need to be getting them from from that shop. I can't think of the name of the shop now. But I know it's only just around the corner. But I haven't gone up there for ages now anyway. Um, but they should have, on the Merthyr waters. It's my opinion, they should have people coming around. Like, I mean, they have bailiffs coming around to check other things. So like they do on Lambie, they can walk around with a ticket book and give you a ticket there and then. Like, that's just my opinion. I would, because a lot of people do like to go, on day sessions. They're there at first light as the gates open and things. So they don't want to be reeling in and going up to get a ticket then. Yeah, of course it is, Damien. Yeah, crack on, mate. Yeah, like I said, that he more than happy to help out with that. I've had tickets from there, haven't I? In fact, I'm glad you mentioned that. I'm going to mention that now to Paul as well when I finish this. So he probably have a couple on there as well. I'll have to show him the prizes on there. Yeah, like I said, I checked the mountain out. Have they got cabins on there? I might be on the wrong place now, mind, but I did have a look at that Merrington. I love to fish a reservoir, I would, Damien, mate. Something I haven't done, so it's one thing on my bucket list. Oh, I did have five. I thought I did, mate. I might have some more off you anyway. Oh, that's Baden Hall, is it right? Is that in a similar area, Gareth? Is it? Yeah, I thought it was. Yeah, like I said, I've had a look at the couple from that area. So I tell you what, guys, in the nights, I'm gone really cold. Like, you tell winter's definitely coming. I was almost thinking about getting the old thermals back on how chilly it was over the last few nights. Feel like an old man now. Thermals. Still sleeping on your chair. Don't feel a cold then, Damien, do? Like I said, I'm usually okay, like, with the cold, but, oh, like, I even got Crocs as well, just a bit more comfy around the bivvy and things like that. But last night, the night before as well, I just had to put my boots back on as well. My feet were freezing. Couldn't wait to get in the bag, like, and watch a film. Alright, Phil, see you in a bit now, mate. I was looking at those heaters last year, Gareth, and I was thinking uh, about investing in one of those. I think they're parabolic heaters, those ones, is it? Um, but basically, like I said, I don't feel a cold really. And I've actually got a double. I got the overwrap now for my bivvy, whereas last year I didn't. So I think I'm going to be a little bit warmer. Um, anyway, and usually with it being dark nights and darker earlier, we tend to get in our sleeping bags a bit earlier anyway. So, and I've just invested into a new tablet now with loads of data on there. So, for the winter nights now, I'm going to be sorted. So, I'm probably going to leave it again this year and see how I go with this twin skin I've got. If I'm still that cold, then I probably will get one. But I think I'm going to be okay, because normally, like I said, in the winter, I've got my thermals on, everything. So yeah, the Super Brollies are good. 'Cause I think Lenny, one of the guys from the group, I'm sure he's got the Super Brolly. And well, a few weeks back when we had that torrential rain, high winds, um, it withstood that anyway, and it dried off lovely and quickly as well for him, even though it started raining as we packed back up. But those Brollies are pretty good. Like, I like luxury, I do. I keep saying I'm going to downscale my stuff. I never do. I never do. So, like I said, I got a two-man bivvy. Enough room now for me and my pooch. And lovely and comfy. I do need to get a brolly for the quick day session, mind. So much easier. I used to fish with my door open, Damien. And then I just thought, with mice and rats down here, like, I thought, oh, I don't particularly want them in my bivvy, so I tend to zip up now if I can. But I use the letterbox rather than zipping down. I zip up and use a letterbox, and then obviously if there's a fish on midnight, then I'm climbing through the letterbox near enough. Like, actually saw an adder yesterday. I jumped a bloody mile, I did. Thought I could see something, moving about by my rods, and it was coming towards the bivvy, so I made a noise. It went the other way, like, but oh, I hate snakes. Yeah, like I said, those brollies are really good. And like I said, you can get so much stuff for them now, like the utility fronts and things like that. They're really good, like, but the amount of gear I have is, like I said, it's not all going to fit under my bed. Um, so, like I said, that's why I've gone for the two-man, because the amount of gear I've got, really. But I definitely do want a brolly just for the quick day session. Not picked up an adder. You'll never see me picking up an adder, mate. Oh, I'll run the other direction. I'm just glad my dog was sleeping, because she would have gone for it. And that's when he'll probably turn and bloody go nasty, and the thought of him. It's the same when either a mouse or a rat come in my bivvy. Do you think you would leave? No, just decided to be through my rubbish bag, everything. Yeah, like I said, I don't really close it fully, but the reason I do use the letterbox is obviously is because of all the vermin on the bloody floor. Don't want them crawling in, like, so try to zip it down as tight as I can on the bottom and just use it as a letterbox, and I zip down then. Frost all over your sleeping bag. That's the thing, see, with these clear nights, isn't there? This I didn't realise how dark it's gone, guys, on there. Yeah, I don't know. I think it'll be further darker. Um, yeah, it's the thing with the clear nights, isn't it? The frost sets then. But once I get in my sleeping bag, because I got the tracker, the AS365, and I'm lovely and snug in there. Like I said, well, it's toasty as hell in here, like so. But I've never fished under the stars or anything. Yeah, the lake's quite full now. Phil, I'm assuming you're talking about the lake. It's yeah, quite a few on, yeah. But it's quiet. Catch wise, I mean, there's a guy on Top Single where I was last week. He's fishing so tight to the island. I can't fish that tight because I got the lilies are just in front of it. But he's had a couple through over the last 2 nights. But I haven't heard of anything coming out since. I think he's the only one that's been on a bit of a roll, really. Other than my two bream I've caught. But like I said, if I was targeting bream, I'd be well happy because they were nice sizes, but they just don't put up a fight, do they? The way the alarm sounded, mind, I did think it was a carp on, but as soon as you bent into it, yeah, you know, it's just like a dead weight then, isn't it? So, um, yeah, it's not a cheap sleeping bag. I can't remember how much it was now, mate, to be honest. Basically, it was one of those things where I had to do a shopping list for my missus to get me stuff for Christmas, it was. Um, and sod's law, as everything happens, and they drop the price just after Christmas. But it's not the cheapest, but they're bringing new stuff out again, Tracker are now, so they might bring the older stuff down a little bit. So it's the Tracker AS365 Compact. It's perfect size for me. Yeah, I got a special, yeah. Yeah, Gareth, isn't it? That's what Paul says. My stepdad, like, he fishes with me, and he said, "Well, at least you caught something." And I thought, well, you know what I mean. I don't class a bream as a catch really because I don't target that. I don't cast out thinking, no, I want to catch a bream. Like, I mean, if I did, then yeah, fair enough. But the fair sizes the breams are in here. Fair play, like. Perhaps it should just bring one rod with, you know, a bit lighter, with lighter gear on it, so I can perhaps feel it play a little bit. It's good thinking out as Gareth, fair play. But no, like I said, it's always the same in it. Just after Christmas, that's when the best deals come out. Tony, I'm fishing the birch, mate. The birch in Newport. I know that feeling, Damien, mate. Oh, it's the spell check, innit? That decides, oh, yeah, that doesn't look right, so I'm just going to change that for you, whether you like it or not. My texting's atrocious gone lately, mind. Yeah, you can be waiting a long time, mate. Like I said, it's you know, it can be a slow lake, this can as well, and I normally like bring my surface rod, but with the weather forecast, it didn't bother. Like I said, today we've had scattered showers, but they've been quite heavy. The wind is quite high as well. That's why I haven't recasted now. I just spawned some out, some more bait out, because the accuracy is off. Martin's Lake, yeah, mate. No, like I said, Phil, it don't matter about the bag. What as long as it keeps you warm, that's the main thing. Is the reason I upgraded mine. Is because I had a before the Mountain Warehouse one, and that kept me lovely and snug. It was one of those like mummy ones. But the only reason I upgraded mine was because I lost two or three fish trying to get out of the sleeping bags because they didn't have the crash zips. And I just come across that one then, and the missus thought, well, she wanted to go for something a little bit more than just a couple of quid because it was for Christmas. So I said, oh well, I'll have the tracker one. Yeah, mate, I'm using the squid and orange. I've only just started using Martin's bait. I used to be with Northern Baits, but I spoke to Martin a few weeks back, and he gave a good pitch and sold it to me. So I've decided to join the probates team now. So yeah, the squid and orange smells lovely, mind. Do you use that as well, mate? Yeah, it's quite a few on you, Tony, mate. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, those crash ships are a godsend. Like you could just dive out to your sleeping bag and not worry. But like I said, there was nothing wrong with my other sleeping bag. It just took me a lifetime to get out of it, and I lost a few fish. And I thought, I'm not doing that anymore. Because in the end, midwinter, I was actually sleeping with the zip undone to try to, get out a little bit quicker. And I was starting to get a bit cold that way then as well. So I'm gonna do that as well. I'm gonna get some lures and do a bit of pike fishing through the winter, mate. Um, Obviously you can't pike fish in the night on the birch. So that's I don't think you can anyway. I think that's the rule. So, but through the day I'm gonna have one rod on the fishing for pike. I think mix it up a little bit then, innit? Have you heard the Go Outdoors do good bags? Do they do the crash ships as well, though, Gareth? Yeah, Tony, like says, squid and orange is pulling them out for fun around the place, really, because I was looking at the catch reports, because it was a bit of a hard decision it was to leave Northern Baits. It took me a while to really bite the bullet, really, and leave, but yeah, it just made more sense for me because I used to bulk buy in Northern Baits because they're from Denmark, and just so, but with Pro Baits, obviously I fish the birch and he makes them on site, doesn't he? So they are always down here. Yeah, turn my light back up a bit now. So you got my ugly mug now. So yeah, it's a bit of a no-brainer for me, really. Like I said, I know they catch in everywhere. So, and my first session, I caught a £29 mirror. 1:30, I was on, I think it's called Bedfords. I'm still getting used to the swims, even though I've been in nearly a year. So I think it's Bedfords. I had £29 on it, 1:30 in the morning. So yeah, it's like my third time now using the bait. But I just need to stop catching the bream a minute. Sorry guys, I'm going quiet and just reading up on the comments. Be surprised, Tony, how many people actually haven't got Facebook. And in all fairness, Facebook, it's terrible. Let's be fair. It's not the best, Facebook. I know I'm on there, and but if you probably look at my profile, I think I posted something funny, or what I thought was funny, the other day. But most of my stuff is just done through the Welsh Carp Catchers group on Facebook now. I didn't even bother with my own profile. So it's terrible, Facebook. I won't be surprised if we shut down before long, especially with what's gone on with all the privacy and things like that. Yeah, mate, it's dark because I got the overwrap on. It's honestly, mate, I've had such a long, hard ass week in work. One week. Come down here when I finished work, put the bivvy up, the overwrap on, woke up about 4:30 just to check the rods, things like that. Went back off, zipped the doors back up, only a little tiny gap at the top like I normally do. All of a sudden then, Matt then was tapping the bivvy. 10 o'clock it was. It's pitch black in here. So it is starting to get dark, but because of the overwrap, it gets dark in the bivvy a lot. And I got the vents all done up because it's, like I said, we've been having the scattered showers, which is quite heavy. So it would have been a bit lighter in here if I had the vents up. Is no nuts and seeds, Phil. So basically it's like hemp and maize, but no tigers and things like that. It's freezer bait only as well. But yeah, but no nuts, mate. So I'm spamming out a chopped boilie and some corn. That's all I'm doing, mate, over some spots. And it done the job 2 weeks ago, but like I said, it's just tracking the bream at the moment. I know it's probably the corn that's in there, but I chuck a bit of corn in to try and bulk it up a little bit then. That's the thing, Gareth, in it is with Facebook, it's a way of communicating more freely now, isn't it? And in all fairness, it's it's done all right with me advertising this charity match I'm doing. I mean, if it wasn't for Facebook, it probably wouldn't be a charity match. So it's probably got its good points. But like I said, I just not an oval. I don't overly like it. Oh, sorry guys, a nice jumper then it was. I don't think Paul's too far from there either. Yeah, Phil, I've been thinking about that because I was asking Martin if he did like a nut meal boilie, but he doesn't. Like I said, the tiger nuts are, they're banned on it. You can't fish tiger nuts, but I might see if he can magic up like a nut meal boilie for me, because I do like a nut meal. Yeah, Damien, like you said, it's a great way of communicating. Um, it's just I was on Face. The reason I don't like it is I was on Facebook before, um, and I with my ex partner, and it's just got malicious. Really, I mean, everyone knows everyone's business, so I come off of it for a while, but then I lost touch with some of my mates, so that's the reason I come back on there. So that's yeah, it's got good points, but it's also bad points. And even if you make your privacy settings so secure, there's always other ways I find that people can know your business, and that's why I don't put any of my you know anything personal. Like if I'm having a bad day, I don't tend to put on Facebook I'm having a bad day, then things like that. So I just I just put stuff on it for fishing, really. Yeah, Gareth, there is toilets on there. Obviously you got the lodge then where Martin is, where he sells his bait, things like that. But yeah, there are toilets on site as well. Spin the camera around. Let's have a look at the lake. Okay, how do I spin the camera around? Oh, I'm back. So here's the lake. So it's getting a bit dark now, mine. So, and the camera's probably not the best on here. Yeah, Gareth, like I said, the amount of people that's on my block list is unreal. There's probably more people on my block list than it is on Facebook. If that made sense. Yeah, Damien. It's a valley thing. It's got to be, hasn't it? Yeah, Chris, it is nice. Um, so I think last time I did a live stream and you were in the room, I was on top single then. But yeah, I love it down here. The only thing is my missus is a fishing widow, as she calls herself now. So, are you going down the wall for you, Tony? How long are you down here for, mate? Yeah, Gareth, that's the island. I don't. Oh, where we at? I can zoom in. I'm not sure if you can see the lilies or not. No, I don't think you can. So, yeah, so there are lilies just in front of the island. Oh, there's Paul and my nice cup of coffee. Cheers, Paul. So yeah, just fishing. I got the 3 rods on just off that island now. I did have one. I tend to keep one of my rods as like a roaming rod, so just cast towards showing fish, things like that. But they were showing on the island, so obviously it's a no-brainer to try and get the 3rd one out. But just back. So, but like I said, nothing yet. But it's quite windy at the moment, so it's quite hard to get accurate castings out. But I done it anyway. Fished on that island when it's a trout lake. How long ago was that, Phil? Oh, you're out till Sunday, Tony, is it? Yeah, well, I'm like I said, I'm calling it tomorrow. About 5, 6 o'clock, I'll be from back home to my lovely wife and kids. Yeah, and I think my missus secretly likes me going fishing because she can starfish in the bed more then. Because she's a bit of a hogger, taking up all the quilt and all the room. So, nah, like I said, I got a lovely wife. She's so laid back, and as long as they don't take the mick, she's happy. Like, yeah, I'm not, like I said, I'm not sure if this was actually a trout lake or the Peterstone, to be honest. But if this was a trout lake, it's been a while before thingy. All right, so just live on YouTube a minute, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everyone seems to be doing that, aren't they?
yeah. As for my group, it is.
What, from where you live? What do you mean good?
Yeah, my group I got on Facebook is always things like that. So yeah, sorry, just one of the guys who come just to say hello. So 10 years, yeah, I thought it'd be a while, Phil, to be honest. Yeah, 'cause I know Martin's had this for a few years now. So Chris, fish. I had in January. I had the second biggest fish of the lake. That was 34.10. There is at that time there was or there is still is a fish called Lisa. At the moment, I think she's still the heaviest, but not much more heavier than the fish I caught. So the fish I caught was called £2 because it's got two scales that look like £2 coins. But they've just stocked the lake as well with some stockies, and they're going to be putting on the pounds before long as well. So there's quite a few over 30s in here now, because Martin put a post up. Somebody caught another fish over £30, whereas when it was caught last it was under 30. So it's a good few over £30 in here now. Evening, Tim. Yeah, Gareth, like I said, have a look at probates. They're on Facebook and things like that. So yeah, Tony, I fished Hendra. I haven't fished it for a while because, to be honest, since I've joined the Birch, I haven't done much fishing elsewhere. I just put a lot of time and effort into the Birch because I just love it down here. But I have fished Hendra Lake, and in fact, it was one of the bailiffs on Hendra. He come round to take my ticket money, and he said that I've ever considered joining the Birch, and I've heard about it. I said, but it's a syndicate, and obviously it's a wait list, and I didn't particularly want to go on a wait list. But he said no. Apparently, a couple of spaces have come up, so he said get in touch, obviously, with Martin, and that's what I done. I messaged Martin on the Saturday, went down on the Sunday, and bought the ticket there. So do they have issues on Hendra with like vehicles being broken into? Because I know, like I said, that could be one of the reasons why it's quieting down. Because they still do like a membership, don't they, on Hendra? Obviously then so you don't have to pay for day tickets then. So I was thinking, because it's quite cheap, isn't it, the yearly ticket on there. Yeah, Damien, we were saying that the other month, didn't we, about perhaps organising like a mini social on somewhere like Hendra, because you said then you hadn't fished it for a while, but it is a lovely lake. So that's old news. Sorry, Tony, what was old news? That the like vehicles being broken into and things like that, is it? God, the sky looks full of it, doesn't it? Price for the birch, mate, is 300 quid for the year. And like I say, you can come and go as you please then. Um, you get the key to the gate. No, Tim, I haven't had the match is on the 28th of this month. So 2 weeks. Yeah. So hopefully I can, the signals are okay down there and I can do another live session down here then on YouTube. So, but yeah, this, not next weekend, the weekend after. So looking forward to it. Good bunch of lads in it as well. Yeah, Gareth, like I said, keep an eye out in the group. Um, me and Lenny done a social on Kevin Mabley a few weeks back, and we put it up in the, in the group to see if anyone came. But it's always difficult to try to organise a social because, with different work commitments, things like that, innit? Um, so, like I said, but we are thinking about organising more socials like that. Yeah, it's the thing, Damien, and there are things that are on show in the cars and vans and things, then yeah, you got to expect them to be broken into. Well, not expect them, but helping matters by leaving things on show, isn't it? Um, it's the same what Paul was saying. Like he puts his stuff in the car now to come down here, but I used to put it in my van, and he said, "We'll come up the night before, and load the van up. Then saves me having to come up in the morning." And I said I wouldn't do that. I'd never leave any of my fishing gear in my van. Never. And it's not so much the van getting broken into, it's just you pay so much money for your fishing gear. And then some rat then comes to take it. It's, nah, that's not for me, I'm sorry. Like I said, the van is in, and you can get insurance for your gear and things, but it's still, you know, that's why I've never put stuff in my van until I know, I'm going. So, yeah, ta-ra, mate. Yeah, like I said, when you're ready, Gareth, mate, there's no pressure, is there? Just have a look at it, and like I said, we'll get that accepted. I'm adding actually a few moderators now to the group as well, because with me being in work most days as well, obviously when I'm not fishing, is just to help me run the group. So Damien said he's happy to be a moderator as well. I spoke with Nathan. He also does vlogs. He's the South Wales carper. He's going to be a moderator as well, and I'm pretty sure Lenny said he will as well. So we're going to add 3 moderators to the group as well. So That's the thing with the insurance, isn't it? It's so much small print in stuff. It's like, yeah, you are covered for it, but like the small print will be, unless it's taken while you're sleeping, something stupid like that. So it just makes you think, is it worthwhile getting it, or just get a dog like I got a dog and take your dog with you, or a big mallet. Keep your mallet out that you use to put your pegs in. And that's the thing, see, Damien, that's one thing that put me off in joining Lambie Lake is because it's a public lake, but it's also out of the way. So whereas the wharf is always, it's always going to be somebody about the wharf, isn't it? Whereas, Lambie is still tucked away, and that's a bit that sort of put me off. I didn't fancy going packing up after my session and finding a bloody window smashed in my van or anything. It is, mate. The insurance, honestly, it's believe it or not. Do you know when you take a mobile contract out, you have and they push the insurance on you. Have a look at the small print in there. It's just like unrealistic, honestly. I've never had any trouble, in all fairness, Phil. I've been pretty lucky, but I've only done day sessions down there. But it's just the thought it could happen. But I'm a bit of a worrier anyway. So, like I said, I know. Like I said, I couldn't rest tidy with my stuff being up there in the car park and me on the lake. My dog's trying to chase the boilies now. Now Paul's catapulting out. Right, guys, I'm going to swing the camera back around because it's getting dark now. And how do I do this again? Oh. Right, here we go. Got my ugly mug again now. Sorry, guys. Duchess, you're not going in the lake. Oh, cheers for giving me the thumbs up, guys. Like I said, I try and do my best anyway. No, they don't. And in all fairness, this is only the second time I brought mine. I got two dogs. The Staffy I got in the house, she's such a nervous dog. I didn't think she would settle, to be honest, because she doesn't even take a treat off you when she goes for a walk and things. So don't particularly want to be taking her on a long session if she's not going to eat food or anything like that. But like I said, I just bring mine for a bit of company. Not saying Paul is not good company or anything like, but like I said, it's I just, my dog, she's good as gold, like, but I got no worries about stuff. I mean, I've even zipped my bivvy up, reeled my rods and zipped the bivvy up, and had to pop home before, and so your stuff's secure on the lake. But if you are allowed dogs, it is a bit of a deterrent then, isn't it? So, and mine's a Rottweiler as well, so. Yeah, mate, that's the thing now. The winter's definitely come in, shorter days, so all the day ticket times will be adjusted soon, won't they? I think he's in the lodge, Tony. You haven't been very well lately, mind Martin, haven't, so But yeah, he's usually in the lodge anyway. Like, yeah, it is extra security, Gareth. I mean, I don't bring my dog for that. I mean, she just loves being with me, and it's just, like I said, it's good company, and she tends to play my missus up a bit as well. She tries to push her luck with her. So what if I just bring her with me, then she can't do that. So, oh yeah, yeah. I think he'll be there now, mate. I was getting a bit late now, minding it. So yeah, like I said, I love bringing her. It's only the second time, mind. Um, I didn't think he'd sure she'd settle, to be honest, but she's really good. The very first session I brought her, mind, I was spomming out and she decided to chase the spom. I just managed to bloody catch her as she sort of got in the lake. So she, but I was glad she got that out of the way, because she had a row, and she knew she could do that again now. So that's why she just sat there looking at the boilies. So rather than trying to jump in now, because she knows it's not right. Evening, Lloyd, mate. I'm on the birch, mate. On my syndicate water. Oh, cheers, Damien. I got that message, mate. Yeah. If he pops up, I'll give it to him. Lloyd, are you on Facebook, Lloyd? If you are, contact Martin Probates on Facebook. He'll be able to tell you if there's any space, because I've heard it is, then I've heard it isn't, so I couldn't 100% tell you if it is or isn't, mate, to be honest. I know one or two boys have just recently joined. In fact, they're in the group as well. One or two have just joined, so I'm not sure how many spaces are left, if there are any. But yeah, Martin Probates on Facebook. Or you can search the Birch Syndicate. It is a closed group. You probably have to ask to join it first, but I think he looks at that as well. God, doesn't time fly? Been an hour and 9 minutes. Bloody hell. And that's what I thought. I haven't done a live stream for a while now, so I thought I'd do one. Phil, Martin did say how many were on you, but I can't remember. I've got a memory of a goldfish, honestly. So again, mate, I couldn't answer that. Sorry. I think it's close to being full, to be honest. But I know I think a few people are due for renewal. So whether they've paid for the following year, I don't know. So, like I said, Martin's the best person to speak to for that. No, Lloyd, I've only had 2 breams so far, mate. But no carp on the bank, I'm afraid. So, just hopefully we get something. I did put quite a bit of bait out over my spots, so I said, because the wind's picked up a bit. I didn't really want to recast, because it's not going to be accurate. It's going to take me forever to get them back on the spot. So I know the rigs are presented tidy down there. I felt the lead down. I know the pop-ups are good. They'll stay buoyant as long as they can, really. But yeah, I know they last all night. So I'm gonna sit on it tonight, obviously, unless I catch. But I did spom quite a bit of bait out. Like I said, I don't like to spom on one particular spot to make it too obvious. I try to spread it out, fan it out basically. So that's what I've done now, and I got my fingers crossed. So cheers, Gareth, and thanks for subscribing and all that anyway, mate. Good to have you in, yeah. And like I said, when you get 2 minutes, check the Facebook group, and if you join that as well, any socials we got going, we'll put up in there. And like I said, there's going to be a few more of us now, running it with Damien, being a moderator as well. So if you've got any questions, ask either one of us, and we'd be more than happy to help you, mate. Cheers, Lloyd. You're gonna buy a few tickets. Cheers, Phil. Appreciate that, mate. Yeah, we've had some fantastic prizes in the raffle. Fair play. We got a £50 gift card from Angling Direct. I can't remember who's donated what now, guys. We've had so many lately. We've had a 48-hour session at Kevin Mabley with the log pods as well, so that's been donated. We've got a 48-hour session at White Springs Fishery, that's in there. A probate bait bundle. We've got face bait bundle as well from Michael Plummer. He's actually fishing the match now. So we've got other bait bundles as well. Damien's donated some main line, so £15 main line. And he's also donated a 5 kilo bag of DNA baits as well. I can't remember what he said now. Sorry, Damien. I can't remember which boilie you said it was. So that's going to go towards the to the actual match itself. That one is, though, it's going to be the obviously the biggest fish will be in that 5 kilo bag. So yeah, again, guys, like I said, if have a look in the group, the list of all the raffle prizes are in the group as well. We got some leads donated. We got a rod and reel combo, a Fox EOS rod and reel combo as well. So some really good prizes. DNA S7, all right. And the liter of the hydro wheat. Cheers, mate. Yeah. I'll probably forget that again, mate. So want to send that on a message to me as well on Messenger, because I'll be putting the prizes for the match, and along with that for the biggest fish as well. I'll be putting that up in the group before long as well. I'm actually quite nervous of this charity match. I just hope it's going to run smoothly. Because if it does run smoothly and it's it is a hit, I'll be doing a yearly thing then as well. And what we'll do then, we'll get it out in the group, and the group can decide what the charity will be then. Tony, I am got your email, mate. Yeah, Damien, like I said, DNA, they are a good bait company, in all fairness. And like I said, obviously been chatting with you, before this as well. So yeah, like I said, it's a tricky decision sometimes when you change change companies, especially when you're confident on like you have been on this S7. Are you going to be using that new bait then, Damien, on the charity match? Because if you are going to have to come over and have a little ganders at that as well. Did you put your email address in the comments or something then, Tony? Oh, you are, you, mate? Yeah, I'm going to have to come over and have a look at that. Right, let me just scroll through the comments to see if I can see anything. And then... if you put your email address, I should be able to get it from you now. Sorry for going quiet a minute, guys. Mate, I can't find your email address in the comments, but I'm blind as a bat. There we are, Damien. Look, a new bait you can introduce to the wharf anyway when you start using it now. Ah, there you go. Damien, can you see this email address now in the comments, mate? Here we are, nice little tip off Phil. Cheers, mate. Yay, my old man is in the chat room. Finally, you've worked out how to use chat then, Dad, have you? No, I haven't caught anything yet. Blanking my ass off a minute. Caught 2 bream, but that's it. Oh, you got it now, Damien. Yeah, nice one. Yeah, blanking my ass off at the moment. So you're taking the fruit and nut flavours then, Damien, you, mate? There we are. Look, Dad, I told you how easy it is, didn't I? Just need to push buttons. Tony, the match itself is full now, mate. But we do have... Are you not on Facebook, you? Was it? I think you were saying you're not on Facebook, Tony, are you? Yeah, but the charity match itself is full. But we do have a raffle running as well that's going to the same charity. Now, if you're interested in some raffles, I can read off the list if you're not on Facebook. And if you're happy to buy some tickets, then we can arrange something. Yeah, let me just scroll back up through the comments, Damien, and I shall message you it now. Gotta find it again now. I got him. Right. Excuse me a minute, guys. AP. Yeah, Damien just sent it to you now, mate. Double check is right. Yeah. Yeah, Phil. I mean, if there's space on the pit, by all means, they can do that and join in the social. That's completely fine. That is. Because I initially was gonna book the pit anyway, but when I put the feelers out there, we got a lot of feedback saying they wanted the specimen lake, hence because obviously the bigger fish and things like that. But by all means, if you want to fish the pit and join in the social, I'm more than happy for that. Like, yeah, Tony. But like I said, I got your email now because I've sent it to Damien. So I'll email you the details. And like I said, even if you just wanted to come down for have a social, um, if the pit is full, you can still do that, mate. I mean, anyone fishing the matches is approachable anyway. So we've got a good bunch of lads. So yeah, by all means. Who am I down with? I initially came on my own, Dad, but Paul's just come up now as well. So he's babied up next to me now. We're on a double swim. But I was down because he's only just finished work now. So, but I've been down longer than him. I got Duchess with me as well. Let's have a look at the. It's my dog sleeping. Well, chilling. And I'm back. So yeah, I got Duchess with me. Yeah, what I'll do, Tony, once I finish this live chat now, I'll send you an email. And like I said, it's I was waving. Yeah, bye. Oh, that made me laugh out loud now. Yes, like Tony, I'll send you an email now with all the details, mate. And but like I said, it's the 28th to the 30th of September. At White Springs Fishery. Like I said, the match itself is fully booked. So it's unfortunately, you know, because there was even two pegs that I couldn't book because they get regulars that go down each weekend. So like I said, there's no more spaces left, I'm afraid. But like I said, if you're happy to fish the fish the pit or any of the other lakes down there, and more than welcome to come across then. Oh yeah, I remember you saying earlier now, Damien, mate. Yeah. Like I said, that shellfish, that'll probably work better in the spring and the summer, to be honest, wouldn't it? Because like I say, Martin's got a nice bait coming out now. I think it's a winter bait, he was saying anyway. I think it's coming out in October. But that's nice as well, smells lovely. But Leo, Damien, I'll have to have a look at that bait as well, mate. Have a little ganders at it. I did message Damien, not Damien, sorry, Nathan as well, to see if he was free, just to give him the reminder I was going live. But he's gone out for a meal, so otherwise he would have been in it, because he's another guy who's fishing the charity matches. Nathan. My friendly. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, Tony, like it took me ages, like I said, to decide to leave Northern Baits. But when you look at the catch reports from Pro Baits, it's not just the birch they're catching on, it's everywhere. And I know Chris Davis just took a pile over to France with him now at the retreat, and he's had a hell of a session over there, all on Pro Baits as well. So no matter where it goes, it seems to be catching. So, and it's more convenient for me as well. Like I said, I'd fish the birch. I could pick a bag up on the way out just to make sure I got it ready for when I come down next. And happy days, away to go. Yeah, put on a little weight, yeah. He always seems to miss my lives. Anyway, I think when he's been in 102, I think he was in there for the draw, when I done the draw for the charity match, but he always seems to miss it. Same with Lenny as well. Lenny give me a message saying sorry he couldn't make it tonight because he's just come home from Manchester, so he's absolutely wrecked. I think he's having a takeaway in an early night. So oh, stone on my weight, yeah. Damien, did he tell you the time that I went to the wrong lake when we met at Warren Mill Farm? Yeah, Lenny is working away, mate, yeah. Alright, Phil, see you in a bit now, mate. Well, yeah, Damien was a while back, and so basically he said, come on, let's meet for a social. And I said, yeah, no problem, where do you want to go? Warren Mill, okay. So he gave me the postcode, chucked it in the sat nav on my phone, pulled up, stunning looking lake, decent size. I got there before Nathan, because I like to get there sort of first light, really. Cast it out, starts to rain as well. I thought, oh, I'm not getting my bivvy now, so I hope it'll pass over. All of a sudden, Nathan rings me. Where are you, guy? I thought, I'm on the lake. Where are you? I said, you're not on the right lake. I'd only gone on somebody's private property. They had a lake behind their house. I'm sat there like a bed end, waiting for my alarms to go off, and there's no fish even in the lake. As I got out, packed my van back up, the house owner came, and I said, oh, just out of curiosity, is there any fish in it anyway? And she said, no, we drained it and got rid of it all. And I said, well, you want to get some fish in it? I said, it's a stunning lake. And the woman said, don't tell my husband that, because he will. And honestly, I was like sat there about an hour and a half, 2 hours, fishing a lake with no fishing. Oh, like I said, the house owner was funny. Honestly, she could have really kicked up a fuss, obviously, but she didn't like is, yeah, she was good as gold. Like she said, you're not going to be the first, and you're certainly not the first, and you won't be the last. She was saying so. I couldn't believe it, and it was a nicer lake than Warren Mill. It was a stunning lake. I was embarrassed though. Fair play. Couldn't wait to get out of it quickly. Oh, I threw the stuff in the back of the van in temper. Wasted 2 hours, like. Warren Mill, it can be a nice place, but I don't think he maintains it. That's what me and Nathan was saying, but I could be wrong again on that one. But basically, like when it's in the winter, when it's been raining, and it's only like a few places you can fish because you can't really get over to the other part of the lake because apparently it's so boggy or something. But it's like Nathan, because I only done a day session because I come straight down the Birch then, and Nathan later on then posted some pictures. There was some nice fish in there, but I it, I would do a lot more work to that and trying to attract more people to come then. I'm down till tomorrow night, Dad. Going about 5-6 o'clock tomorrow. Like I said, he's just a guy with a bit of land, and it happened to be that lake on on the land, isn't he? So I wouldn't exactly call it an estate. I think I'm losing signal now, guys. You still think not? Yeah, Tony, are you, mate? Next week, Dad. She's so I'm not fishing next week, and the week after is the charity match. So yeah, it's next weekend we're going down. God, I can't believe he said that, mate. Bloody hell. And you would think he would, because it's his land, you'd think he'd try and bloody maintain it. I think somebody on Bedfords have just caught one. I can see some light shining. He's taking the 20s out. Bloody hell. But I don't understand why people do that, to be honest. Yeah, Tony, it's Warren Mill Farm. I didn't realise he took all the 20s out of there, to be honest, like. I mean, as a fishery owner, surely you want, the bigger fish in there to attract the people to fish the lake, innit? Hey, Duchess. Right. Hey. Excuse me a minute. On your bed. Now. She doesn't like the light shining over from the lake. All right, Dad. Just Right then, guys, I think I'm going to wrap, because like I said, it's starting to buffer on this end now, so I don't know how clear it is coming across. So, and I'm going to settle my dog down because she keeps growling at the lights. So yeah, I'm going to knock it off there, guys. So thanks for tuning in, and like I said, if any of you haven't joined the group already, go across to Facebook and look for the Welsh Carp Catchers, and we'll get you added. Message you as well, Tony, about the details for the charity match. Like I say, you're more than welcome to come across. It's just been unfortunate. Like I said, the the match itself is full now, so sorry for that. But like I said, if you're happy to fish on the pit, by all means, like I say, more than welcome to come across and have a social with us. So keep an eye out, and like I say, I'll get an email across to you as well. So, and Damien as well, I'll speak to you in a few days or something like, and like I said, we can arrange what time you're going to go down, and like I said, I'm probably going to get down about 11ish anyway. So like I said, I'll meet you down there. So, but yeah, cheers for tuning in, guys, and I shall speak to you all soon.